The following video teaches you how to use two of the world's most deadliest weapons at the same time, the nunchakus. This video stars black belt weapons expert Curt Sawyer. Before we begin this advanced nunchaku training tape, let's review Volume 1. Remember, it's very important that you learn the fundamentals before attempting two nunchakus. You must learn to master one first. In Tape 1, we showed you the proper wrist action and basic maneuvers. Proper catching was covered. How to pass the nunchuk from one hand to the other. How to fake. These fundamentals must be down cold before attempting two nunchucks. These techniques were covered thoroughly from all angles, catches and strikes. This is the foundation for the two chuck techniques. You should be able to perform with one chuck at the speed shown. We showed you how to train properly on the kicking dummy and heavy bag. How to build your power, stamina through going rounds. How to pick the proper targets, the proper stances. Numerous self-defense techniques with the single chuck. The chuck is the most explosive self-defense weapon. And of course, the single chuck kata. Let's also review the correct weapon to use. There are numerous styles of nunchakus. Of course, there's the wood and the foam rubber for beginners. Since the double chucks are new to you, begin with the foam rubber chucks. If you do bump your elbow or any part of your body, you won't be injured. Don't get ahead of yourself and try and go into the wood chucks until you're very proficient. Make sure the rope is a handspan away. The length should be no longer than your elbow, or an inch or two shorter is fine. They can be maneuvered as well as the wood with great safety. Next, we graduate to the wooden chucks. Very hard wood that travels at speeds over 100 miles an hour. Very, very powerful. The rope should be, again, a handspan away. Sometimes a chain is used. The rope is better. It's quicker. The length, again, elbow's length or a little shorter. Very devastating, fast weapon. Imagine handling two at the same time. That's what we're going to teach you. Look at the destructive power. A safety factor you should keep in mind is protecting the elbows. Elbow pads are excellent for this because, again, you will get bumped once in a while when training. So work with the elbow pads until your confidence grows. A strong foundation is vital for proper chuck technique, so start at the bottom and work up. And starting at the bottom means proper stances. Very simple and common stance, the shoulders width apart, feet facing straight ahead. This stance is used often. Next we have the very deep Zenkutsu Dachi, or your system similar stance, feet wide apart. The reverse of that, Kokutsu Dachi. Very strong, working to the front or to the back side. Then the horse stance, which is used 50% of the time. Back straight, knees bent, feet out 45 degrees. Concentrate your weight on your thighs. Next we have the cat stance, or Niko Achidachi. Concentrate your weight on the back leg. Sit right down on the rear leg, front leg high on the ball of the foot. Your front leg is very light, ready to kick if you have to. Now, the first thing we're going to learn is proper gripping of the nunchakus and wrist action. This is the most important aspect of chuck manipulation. Hold the chucks near the top, never down at the bottom. You have no control at the bottom. This way you can make your figure eights, your twirls, your catches much easier. You should have the chucks in your hand following along. Now all the action is in the wrist. Quick, sharp, fast movements. Let's see it again, slow motion. Good wrist action, holding the chucks near the top, slightly above middle. Work this routine every day to build your forearm strength, because you will be sore in the forearm and wrist until you're conditioned. Catching and striking techniques. Begin by holding the chucks out, dropping them, proper grip, and catch under the arms. Catch. Hold them snugly. Now, simple twirling and catching. Simple combination. Put it together. Catch under the arms to secure the chucks and to hide them from your attacker. Catch. It might take you some time to get the proper coordination with two nunchakus. A lot harder than working with one, but you will get it if you train every day along with this tape. Twirl, catch. Very simple, very effective movement. You're striking out, across the attacker's face, twirling, those are strikes also, and the catch. Watch closely. Done quickly, strike, twirl, catch. Follow along, strike, twirl, catch. Now let's see the application of those movements. You should invest in a dummy or heavy bag to work on. Very good piece of equipment. You're striking across the top of the head or face, twirl and back. Devastating strike. Across the collarbones, breaking the shoulders. The heavy bag enables you to hit full power to test your technique. Of course, you can't hit a person, so you work on these training materials. Breaking the wrist with the strike. See the variation of all these strikeouts? Break the man's wrist. Now, swinging the chucks together across the front. You're jackknifing your attacker. You're hitting him across the face and the ribs. At the same time, very devastating. Now we go low, hitting him across the knees and the ribs at the same time. Use your imagination in your strikes. There's many variations. Full power. Look at the strength in those techniques. When you move the chucks, do it with authority. Now, cross swings. Across the midsection, breaking each side of the rib cage. On the strike out and the strike back. Across the head, hitting both sides of the head on the way out, the other side of the head on the way back. Those strikes will put your attacker down for a long time. Notice the good spirit, speed, balance, power. Always strike with authority. Again, as a beginner, if you've just tried the double chucks, you should be using the rubber chucks. Both knees being broken at the same time. Now, combining both chucks and swinging across the front. Face, midsection, knee level. Awesome weapon. Now, stepping with the spin and striking. This strike is used if an attacker comes from the rear, you spin around to meet him. Striking the ribs and head at the same time. Combining the chucks, spinning and striking. Totally confusing your opponent. You never just turn around, you turn around with protection. Now, combining the chucks for a figure eight strike. Hitting across the head and shoulders. Raking the front of the body. The chucks are put together and held snugly. The motion is an up-down motion across the front of the body. One nunchaku is bad enough striking this way, but when you put two together, it's unbeatable. Let's see the application of these movements. Ribs, head. When working on the heavy bag, as we explained and taught you in tape 1 about the single chuck, always follow through. If you stop, the chuck will bounce back and hit you. Double strike, knee and ribs. You must work rounds on the heavy bag to build your endurance. Start out with 2 3-minute rounds and work up to 5, 6, 7. Double strikes, crisscrossing across the ribs. Coordinate your strikes to hit at the same time. Across the head. You can see the destructive power on the dummy, what it can do. Never, ever use these weapons unless your life is at stake. In many states, it's against the law to carry or conceal. Consult your local authorities about this. In some states, it's legal to train in karate schools. All the laws vary. Check it out. Don't break any laws. Crisscrossing, figure 8. Across the ribs, double chuck strikes. Notice how he swings and follows through. spinning. The spinning momentum adds tremendous powers to your strikes. Another striking technique is to come from the arm catch position and strike up for an uppercut, hitting the opponent under the groin or jaw. Come right back to the catch position. Never leave the chucks dangle there. Always control them. Don't let them control you. Again, the uppercut, watch closely, the motion. You must learn all these fundamentals for the very advanced double nunchaku technique kata at the end of this tape. It encompasses all these techniques. Very beautiful kata, or form. Strike upward. Over the shoulders, catch back. The application of this uppercut. Assuming the dummy was a real person, we come up under the jaw, breaking the jaw. Quickly. Notice how Mr. Curt Sawyer always controls the weapon, bringing it back to the catch position. This is important. Underneath, breaking the elbows. The attacker has a knife, you strike underneath, break his arm. Disarm him. Uppercut strikes into the groin area, coming up between the legs. Good strong stance. Notice his stance. Now the figure 8 movement. Start out with one nunchaku first. Get the feel of the motion. Of course, you should have mastered this from tape 1. Notice the very quick wrist movement. This fanning motion protects the entire front of your body. Blocks all weapons coming in. Plus it can strike, hitting the collarbone, the knee, following through to the ribs of your opponent. Excellent defensive maneuver. It also kind of hypnotizes your opponent, the continuous motion, confusing him. Now, 2 hands. Again, it will take some coordination and hard work to get this down. Look at it again. Figure 8s and the catch. Strike out, go to a figure 8. Follow along at home. Strike out quickly. Don't practice them all fast and hard. Work slowly and build up. Now swaying back and forth with the figure 8s. Look at the protection it offers. Now, a little more complicated figure 8 is the reverse figure 8. Notice how he works the chucks to the outside. Reverse motion of the prior figure 8. Coming out from the catch, you notice his palms are up, not down. Holding the chucks high near the top so he can fully control them. These fine points are what's going to make you an expert. Now, swaying the figure 8 back and forth. Look at it in slow motion. The figure 8 application. Continuous movement, raking across the wrist, across the head, wrist again. Striking the head, collarbone. Now we get to an advanced technique called wrist rolling. We introduced this to you in tape 1 with 1 nunchaku. Now we're going to teach you how to wrist roll with 2 at the same time. Let's warm up with 1. We'll review now. Very impressive. Let's look at it close up. Proper technique involved. First of all, grip the chuck near the very top. As the chuck comes up, release your hand, grab the bottom chuck, and the momentum brings the other chuck around. You're simply having it roll over the back of your hand. It's more a show move than a defensive or offensive move. But it still can confuse your opponent when you pass hands wrist rolling. So it does have a good purpose. Watch closely. Follow along. Rolling over the back of the hand. Again, you should have had this from tape 1. Okay, the movement is figure 8 and the roll. Figure 8 and the roll. Practice this daily and you'll have it in a couple weeks. Rolling over the leg, over the midsection area. Now the real challenge, wrist rolling with 2 chucks at the same time. Watch carefully. Start with your figure 8s. Using the legs to roll over. Does take some coordination. Let's check it out close up again. Flip, catch. Very simple. Flip, catch the chuck that has flipped. Flip, quick catch. Keep the momentum going. Build up slowly. Once you've got the catch, let it fly. Once you can do it slowly, build up your speed. Bottom one comes up. Let go and catch it as it comes around. Comes up, start releasing the prior one, turn your hand, catch. Again, as it comes up and around, release the bottom one and catch. Not really as hard as it looks. Look at the hand motion. Catch, twist, release, catch. Very impressive movement. But you must spend time, much time on it. Okay, let's burn it now. 2 chucks at the same time, including wrist rolls. Working it, figure 8, catch. Speed is what helps get it around quickly and smoothly. If you go too slow, you won't be able to catch in time. So always strive for speed. And speed, of course, is what gives you power. Now put it all together, 2 at the same exact time. Figure 8s, across the body. Using the leg helps stop the momentum of the chuck, brings it back quickly. Notice how high he holds the chuck. Of course, the chuck is a nickname for nunchaku. Double wrist rolls, cross the legs. Very demanding on your stamina. Now you may drop them many, many times, but keep at it. It'll be just like tying your shoes after a while. Work on putting these combinations together. The figure 8s, the rolls across the body, the rolls across the legs. Now, this is a tricky move. Reverse wrist roll, flipping back towards you. Cross the wrist, over the shoulder, hit, and catch. Get your chucks and give it a try. Roll, catch. Now, both at the same time. Did you drop it? Don't worry. Pick them up and try again. Roll over the back of the hand, hit, catch. Roll back, catch. Together, wrist rolls, and catch. Wrist rolls, catch. Concentrate. Maintain perfect form. Now reverse figure 8s. Notice the palms are up towards the ceiling. The palms are not down. We're doing reverse back wrist rolls and reverse figure 8 wrist rolls. So you're flipping backwards instead of forward like before. Get the forward wrist rolls down and then try these. This is a very high level of nunchaku technique. Reverse wrist rolls, reverse figure 8s. covering the body, protecting from any assault. And the catch. An excellent routine. Now let's put it all together. Use your imagination. Develop your own routines once you learn the fundamentals. Very difficult. Notice how he's wrist rolling with one hand and figure eight with the other. Very hard to coordinate. Doing opposite things at the same time. Very difficult, but you can master it. Continuous motion, smooth. Don't jerk your movements. Let them flow. Relax. Like we said earlier, to build your stamina and strength and technique, work every day on the bag. The training bag is the most important piece of equipment. Strike all areas of the bag. Coordinate your strikes with your kicking techniques and punches. Start out with one chuck and then start working both. The way you train is the way you will fight to survive. Notice the coordination when both chucks strike out. They both hit at the same time, or if one is striking, the other is caught and well protected, ready to strike. Don't just swing at the bag wildly. Pick your targets. Make sure your distance is correct, your timing. Make every strike count. Working wrist rolls, figure eights. Expert Kim Murray, striking very hard, showing excellent coordination with hands and feet on the bag. Uppercut strike to the jaw. Don't rush in. Pretend there's a real attacker in front of you. Work your technique. Intimidate them. Scare them by working your chucks and figure eights. Cross strikes. Wrist rolls. Dropping under a head strike, he strikes the knee. Blunt ends to strike. Now, the special training drills Master Curt Sawyer has developed for you are essential for developing your reflexes, coordination, speed, power, balance. These prearranged drills should be memorized and practiced daily. They encompass all your karate techniques: kicks, punches, striking across the knee and across the head area. Now turning to the front, working figure eights. Double front kick. Whipping and spinning. Combining the chucks together. Ending with cross figure eights. And get out of his way. Next drill begins from a horse stance, utilizing wrist rolls, These drills lead up to the advanced double nunchaku kata that you will learn at the end of the tape. Double cross strikes, going to figure eights. Of course, you won't get this the first time, but play the tape back over and over until you've got them down. These drills will get you in the best shape of your life. Start out slowly and then do them full force, 100% effort. Alternating strikes. Back to the horse stance. Double whip out strikes. Spin whips. And finish. Now, weapons expert Kim Murray begins with figure eights. Repeats the same set of movements to the other side. Always work both sides of the body equally. Cross strikes. Side kick. Hold your attacker off. Powerful side kick to the throat. Front kicks. Cross figure eights. As you can see, it takes a lot of energy and effort to execute these techniques. These training drills are only for the serious martial artist. Notice the good balance, coordination, eye contact. Now, how to use the double chucks in realistic self-defense situations. The chucks can be used closed. They're very deadly weapons. They don't always have to be swung. They can be used to block and strike without whipping out. Crossing them, the blunt end strikes the ribs, hit the throat with the blunt end, ribs and groin. Foot sweep down, break the rib cage, strike the groin. Again, without opening the weapon, use them to block and thrust into the midsection area. Blocks the punch, thrust. You can see they're very effective closed. When they're open, they become twice as deadly. Also strike to the groin, used to catch, hit the throat, take the man down. Now, if someone grabs you, using the chucks to break his lapel hold, crush the jaw, knee the groin, and thrust to the spine. More quickly, more realistically. Break his grip, crush the jaw, knee the groin, follow, crushing the spine. Nunchaku, weapon of self-defense. Now, with two chucks, one can be used to throw, confuse the attacker. Again, throwing at the attacker confuses him. You still have the other chuck to finish him off. You catch your weapon, closing them. The attacker moves, ducks, he's finished. Now, concealment of the weapon. The inside pocket. You must be able to pull the chucks out very quickly. You should not have to struggle to get it out. Kept in the sleeve, it drops down. And you have protection. Quickly. Very deceptive. Kept at the waist. Can be easily maneuvered, taken out. It'll be a nightmare for a knife or gun-wielding attacker. Again, this weapon is illegal to carry and conceal in certain states, so don't do it unless you know your local laws. Taken out of the back. For quick release. And twin chucks drawn. No one in their right mind would go near him when he's swinging two at the same time. Now, the chucks applied to self-defense. We have a gang of creeps here. Takes out two at the same time, blocks a club, finish him with a spinning back kick to the ribs. Let's see it again in slow motion. This could happen to you. With the high crime rate we have today, you have to be ready for anything. Traveling at 130 miles an hour, breaking the jaws of the two attackers. His friend makes a desperate attempt with a club. It's blocked, relying on good, strong karate technique. He's finished. Now we have a knife-wielding attacker.
Hey, I want your money. I want your money now. Hey, what's in your back pocket? No! 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 No!
He shouldn't have did that. He tries again. Let's see it in slow motion.
Hey, now. Hey, what's in your back pocket?
Attacks like this happen every day in society. This guy isn't going to take it.
Okay, let's go. Come on, let's get him, guys. It's all about. Come on. Okay, lighten up. Okay.
And the big man wants nothing to do with him.
It's your world. Okay, let's go. Come on, let's get him, guys. It's all about. Come on.
The kick is blocked and catched. Counters to his groin. That man's finished. Side kicks the other attacker. Now, just by maneuvering the chucks quickly, the other man wants nothing to do with him.
Okay.
And one for good luck. Now we have 4. Takes out 2 at the same time. Double chucks in action. To the groin. To the groin. 2 side strikes. Working his weapon, keeping them at bay. Takes out the man with the knife first. Follows up on the big man. Different situation now. Spins. Breaks the collarbone. Let's see it again. He doesn't turn, but he whips the chucks around to protect himself. Keeping them out there, keeping the man at distance. The other guy comes in to help, takes him out. Keeping the other attacker at bay, breaks the collarbones. Takes care of the club. Grab from behind, drops one chuck, follows up, and hypnotizes his opponent. Without even striking him, he finishes him with a kick. Let's see it again. Strikes the club away. Follows up with a head strike as he's attacked from the rear. The force makes him drop his chuck, but he follows up to the groin with the blunt end. Finishes that man. The other attacker isn't so confident now. The motion of the chucks is hypnotic. He doesn't know which one will strike out. Because of his confusion, he counters with a kick, which he never expected. Now, the highest level of double nunchaku technique is this beautiful kata performed by expert Curt Sawyer. You can learn this kata. It will bring you many wins in competition. He performs at full force, competition form, and then slow motion.
Hey!
Now let's see every movement in slow motion. Now it's important to know the application of these movements. So we're going to highlight the important ones right now. This series blocks a club attack. As the opponent rolls away, he'll attempt to strike the other side. It's blocked. Figure eights, knocking the club out of the way. Now the next series. Steps into a horse stance, blocks, strikes the head, strikes the head. Catches behind the head and strikes the opponent's head. The middle series now. Catches. Straight punches. Kicks to the solar plexus. Spinning hook kicks the head. Side kicks the ribs. Drops down. Back kicks into the groin. And that is what you're doing in the kata. strikes, 2 uppercuts, cross strikes to the ribs, and catches. It's important that you know how the movements apply. When you do the kata, do them as if an attacker is in front of you. Do them realistically. Because this is a very highly advanced kata, let's see it again. This is done at competition speed. Black Belt Sawyer has won numerous awards with this kata. This is the exact speed and power that you should strive to do it at. In the beginning, just start out step by step, very slowly, gradually building up. Don't attempt the katas unless you have the fundamentals of the double chucks down. It'll just be too frustrating for you. Work 2-3 months on the basics and then go to the kata. We hope you enjoyed this advanced double nunchaku tape, and please keep in mind all Panther's other weapons videos on the tonfa, the bow, the kamas, the sais, and many more to follow. Thank you.